Your hardy band of adventurers have been hired to dispatch an Ankheg who is terrorizing the nearby farmers. What do you do when you've dispatched the beast? Welcome to my channel. I focus on tabletop role-playing games, video games, and science fiction. The Ankheg is a large insect-like creature that burrows under the ground and springs up and attacks, and it can spit acid, and it's a nasty creature for the farmland, and it attacks farms, and though it can live off the nutrients in the ground, it also likes a little bit of fresh meat in with its diet to sustain itself. So your party can dispatch it. You've managed to find and kill the Ankheg, and he says, what do you do with the body? Well, here it's about 800 pounds of, according to one reference that I had, of creature. Well, the obvious thing is, if you're like Ted Nugent, you would kill it and grill it. My late wife bought me a copy of this. I'm not a hunter. I have no problem with it, but I'm just not very good at shooting. So, but I do like fresh meat, and I do like things like that. So the concept of killing it and grilling it. So with that in mind, I started doing a little bit of research and some thought experiments. What would a fresh Ankheg be like? Well, if they're insect-like or based upon that and their creature, you would probably want to steam it first and then grill it, because that's similar to the way you cook lobster. You steam it first or boil it. You can do a boil, and then at the last minute you put it on the grill to add the grill marks and to add a little bit of the grill flavor, but you really want to cook it through first. So I said a freshly killed Ankheg can be a delicious meal for your hardy band of adventurers. The tastiest part of the Ankheg are the claws, but they're also the hardest to get into. You're going to take a big sledge to crack those claws after they're cooked. So following the claws, you also have the tomalley and the brain. The tomalley are a combination of what was the pancreas and liver. And so when you steam the claw meat and you've cracked it out, it turns a purplish gray color from that's what it's cooked. And if it's properly cooked, the meat has a firm texture that's slightly sweet with a mildly bitter aftertaste reminiscent of hops. Remember, this is a creature that digs in the ground and eats things in the ground, so it's going to have a slightly bitter taste to offset the acid that it creates. The tomalley is green with specks of purple, and the velvety tomalley has a strong taste that some find very intense. And then the cooked Ankheg brains have a spongy, bread-like texture with a rich, bittersweet taste. So the whole Ankheg is there. Eating the legs and the internal parts of the body they're not the most tasty parts of it. Now, the summer months are the spawning months for the Ankheg, and since most of the energy goes into reproduction, the Ankheg's meat can become unpleasantly thin and stringy during the summer months. So if you're going out for eating Ankheg, you want it to do it not in the summer months. And it's just like oysters, you want to eat them in months with an R. That's there. Nutrients in the soil help color the roe of the Ankheg. So what happens is the color of the eggs match the color of the soil the Ankheg lives in, making them hard to find once the eggs are laid and spread out. But when they're in the roe sack, they cooked and they turn a grayish-black. The cooked roe has a fatty texture similar to fresh butter with a clean, grassy taste. So does your party eat what it kills? So you go out and kill things, and do they just leave them to rot? Or don't you want to have a big feast after you've dispatched the horrible creature? You know, decide to eat it, and you want to kill it and grill it. So tell me what you think about this one. This one was a bit of fun to do, to think about finding an Ankheg and killing it. And if you know, the thought experiment is you go, oh, the best way, the freshest way is to, just like lobster, to cook it alive. So you want to capture the Ankheg alive and then steam it. And then chop it up and grill it. And you think about what kind of weapons you would use to, once you've dispatched the Ankheg and it's cooked and you've got this huge claw that you need to crack open. Do you use your war hammers on it? And or you know, what kind of tools do you use to break open this the chitin of the Ankheg to get to the fresh, tender meat underneath? So tell me what kind of creatures you've eaten, and thank you for watching my video. I look forward to learning what you think about this video. Let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, press the thumbs up button. You can subscribe by clicking the link in the lower left. If you are interested, there are links to more content.